Hi, I'm Nate Keene with Fort Collins Public Media, and welcome to LOUDframe Film Festival. I'm here with Doug Usher, who is a director of two music videos that are being shown here today. Could you tell us which videos those are?
Yeah, so I directed the grayscale music video for the band Arcwave, and a video called Heart of It All for an artist called Brendan Nichols. They're both Sonic Spotlight artists,
Okay.
which is a program that I am a part of.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were telling me you're part of a music video producing crew?
Yeah, so I'm the founder of the 5314 music video experiment. So
Yeah.
we're going into our 9th year doing that here, which we do here at the Lyric.
Okay.
It's sort of a take on a 48-hour film festival. So we take 10 bands, we take 10 local film teams, and we pair them up. Nobody knows who's working with who until kickoff. Every team gets $1,000 and 53 hours and 14 minutes to go make a music video. And then 2 weeks later, we screen those videos here at the Lyric outside on their outdoor screen as a free event. So we do that actually every summer. That happens on Labor Day weekend. On that Friday, we show it, and it's amazing. So we're 8 years in, coming up on 9 years. So 80 music videos that have been created.
Wow.
A bunch of which are actually in the LOUDframe
Great.
festival. So
What a very specific amount of time. they
so
have.
when we created the festival, there was 53 14ers in Colorado,
Okay.
and so that was the
I
idea. We
see.
wanted to do a 48-hour, but we didn't want to just rip off 48. And we wanted a little Colorado flavor. So there was 53 14ers in the state, and so that's what we came up with, 5314. It's just kind of random, but yeah.
As a tribute to Colorado.
It is. It's very much you have to be a Colorado filmmaker and a Colorado artist to participate. So it's very much not specifically Fort Collins local, but Colorado only.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so tell me about Sonic Spotlight.
Sonic Spotlight is another very cool program. So this is put on with the Museum of Discovery and 105.5, the Colorado Sound, and the Bohemian Foundation. So it's a youth music program. So we've got artists 22 and under can apply for the program. They go through a multi-week intensive where it's a competition event, but it's also sort of a training program, right? So they get to work with, award-winning songwriters. They get to learn about marketing, and they get to learn about publishing and song placement. They get to record a song at the blasting room. And then there's eight artists that get selected for the program. Their songs get run on 105.5, the Colorado Sound. 3 of them get selected by the panel of judges, and those 3 go on to make music videos with me and my team. And so we've been doing that program now for, it's like 6 years or 7 years on that program as well. Wow. So I've made a bunch of music videos through that. And so Brendan and Arcwave are both from that program.
Uplifting other artists sounds like it's a focus of your career right now.
Yeah, so my kind of thing, if I have a thing, I guess, it's about, sort of fostering creative collaboration between the film and music scenes of Colorado.
Okay.
That's kind of what I get really excited about. I think we've always had a thriving music scene, and I think we have like sort of a burgeoning film scene. And so anything I can do to kind of make those two dots connect and create more opportunity between them, I think it's good for both sides.
Yeah. Is there a particular thing that draws you to that union of music and film?
Gosh, that's a great question. I mean, I once upon a time considered myself a musician. I don't anymore. But I love music. I think music is so, by its very nature, cinematic. I think music is such a storytelling medium. But I think that it just naturally sort of falls off in the sense that those artists, that's all they can do, right? They can use their lyrics, they can use their sound, but to help really fill that story in, there's an opportunity to use visuals. And so filmmaking provides such a cool opportunity to give those artists another way to help tell their story. And I just love seeing the way that filmmakers and musicians can collaborate. When they work together and they're truly working together, the results are just spectacular. It's so fun to see.
So the burgeoning Northern Colorado film scene.
Sure.
What do you think it needs right now?
It's a great question. So I've been here a long time. I grew up here. I left. I spent 10 years in LA. I came back. Right when I came back, we actually made a feature film called Wednesday, which was done with Ben Mosier, who owns The Lyric, and Tomas Herrera, and myself, and Andrew Schneider. And we really were trying to build some momentum around a film scene. And this was 13 years ago now.
Yeah.
So I feel like we were really trying. And I think that things have been happening, but it's slow going. I think that what we often face, and it's, there's no solution here, but it's lack of funding is really tough, right?
Yes.
We get a lot of money thrown at our music scene, and that's great. There's a fair bit of opportunity thrown at our, like performing arts scene. Film seems to be kind of left out to dry a lot. I think because there's this natural idea that film is a commercial endeavor, more so than people think of other things. And so I think we kind of just get sort of left aside. Oh, they'll figure it out. They're making commercials, whatever. And so we're just not necessarily getting enough of that financial support. I do think what our community really needs is great writers and great actors. And I think that we have a lot of talent behind the camera. And I know there's talent out there in front of the camera. They're just hard to find.
Yeah.
And so I think more opportunities to bring in on-camera talent and develop that talent is critical, and encouraging more people to write, to really sit down and write stories. You know, we're at a time where filmmaking is so, maybe not ubiquitous, but there's so much opportunity, right? We can do so much. I grew up shooting on real film, 35 millimeter film, where it was really expensive and really hard to do it. And now you can go out and create incredible results for a pittance, right?
Yeah.
The most important part is good storytelling. In the age of AI, when somebody can type a prompt and create anything, essentially, that's generally speaking slop, what we really need is good storytellers. And so I would love to see more people just take a chance on putting something on paper and trying to find somebody to work with to tell that story.
All right. I love that vision. I love the idea. Do you think that Sundance is going to make a difference in Colorado?
I'm a bit of I don't want to say a pessimist, maybe just a pragmatist. I don't think Sundance coming to Colorado is necessarily going to tick the needle one way or another. I think it might, if anything, I think it'll help like encourage and like maybe light a fire under some people that haven't gotten the courage to put themselves out there.
Okay.
I don't think Sundance on its own is going to give a bunch of opportunity, but what I do think it will do is help encourage people who maybe have been afraid to take a leap, to take that leap and tell their story.
Okay. This is a pretty specific question, I guess, but it's one of my own interests. How do you feel the legislative situation in Colorado is affecting our film industry?
You know, that's a moving target, right?
Yeah.
And it's constantly changing. So the office, the Film Commission just recently got brought into under CCI, which I think is a good move. I've worked with CCI on multiple things before, and I think there's some really smart people over there who are very driven around grant making and opportunity and sort of searching out underdeveloped markets. So I'm hopeful that that partnership is going to be good for helping maybe push the legislator to make some legislation to make some more opportunities. I think Sundance coming might help tick that needle as well. But the challenge with all of those film incentives is I think people are a little bit, they don't fully understand the realities of it, which is that most of the time you have to bring money to the table to get money out of the system.
Yeah.
And a lot of us still just don't have that starting capital. And so I don't know how to overcome that except through, and that's where I think CCI is going to be helpful, because I think they're really good at grant making. I think they're really good at searching out those opportunities and finding ways to get money into filmmakers' hands who normally wouldn't have access to it. And so I'm hopeful that with that partnership happening, we'll see some better opportunity on the legislation side.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure.
My name is Nate Keene, and a special thank you to LOUDframe Film Festival and Fort Collins Public Media.